This is the agenda I have set before my fellow prisoners.
Fellow prisoners? Really? What's up? Welcome to another episode of EOB TV. Still talking about the bailout. It finally got voted through. But of the $700 billion, now the $700 billion is the top tier of what they can ask for at a given time. So they asked for all of it. Told us that it was going to save the world. Well, truth be told, $170 billion of it is what they like to call pork, which are things that they add into the bill that aren't necessarily necessary in order to make things happen. Like $10 million for employers to give to their employees who ride their bikes to work. I don't know what that has to do with the financial crisis, but I ride my bike to work and I would like my $10 million now. Or maybe $478 million to make sure that Hollywood can continue to make Beverly Hills Chihuahua. What does this have to do with the financial crisis? Other than nobody should go see Beverly Hills Chihuahua?
Chihuahua.
What about $192 million to make sure we're not paying too much money to get rum from Puerto Rico back into the old US of A? $192 million to make sure that we're wasted on rum. Or $19 billion, that's with a B, to Microsoft and Harley Davidson and 3 other companies to make sure that they stay in the United States and continue to make computers and motorcycles. And this is my all-time favorite, a 7-year plan at a cost of $100 million to make sure that NASCAR doesn't have to spend any more money on taxes. The fastest growing sport in America, the largest number of people that watch any sort of sport, motor or otherwise, is worried about how many taxes they're going to be spending. What's next? Is there a tax break for football players that make $28 billion a game? Because I worry about those guys. I lose sleep. Really? NASCAR? Come on. And please don't even get me started about the $2 million write-in about arrows made of wood that may or may not be used by children. It's a 10-year plan, and it's in this bill that's been voted through to save the financial crisis. Or solve the financial crisis. I'm so confused now, I don't even know what the hell I'm talking about. And when you break it down, right now there's 1 million houses all over the country that are behind on their mortgage payments. They're not in foreclosure yet, but they're behind, 1 million of them. Last year, 680,000 homes went into foreclosure at about $50,000 lost per house. The $700 billion bailout package would give each one of those households $1 million, which is, if I do my math, about 20 times what they would have needed to save themselves. So I don't know where all this money's going, but I guarantee it's not going back here. And I still want my money for the bicycle. Look, I'm speaking to you one-on-one because I really need you to vote. At this point, I don't really even care who you vote for. Just get out and vote. November 4th is the day, and we need to stop things like this $700 billion bailout package from happening. $700 billion, $170 billion of them they're using for their friends. They're not using to save us. They're using it to save Hollywood. Why are we saving Hollywood? Really? Why? Why are we saving NASCAR? Why are we paying people to ride their bikes to work? None of that has anything to do with the financial crisis. Sure, the bike thing might have to do with the environmental crisis, but that's not what we're saving us from. Because if we were, we'd be talking about oil companies. Speaking of oil companies, in this bailout package, there is a provision for the people affected by the Exxon Valdez. $223 million to the people affected by the Exxon Valdez. That happened, I don't know, freaking 20 years ago. Why is that in there? I don't know. So all I'm saying, I'm just asking, I'm begging in fact, please, I'll drive you. Just call me at the radio station and I'll drive you to a polling place. Just freaking vote. November 4th, get off your ass and vote. Please, please, do it for the children. I don't have any yet, but I'll make one if that means you'll vote. I'll make a kid. I'll go do that right now.